Welcome back to the channel, where we remember the stars who once brought magic into our lives, the faces who made us laugh, think, and feel something real. Today, we revisit Steptoe and Son, the classic British sitcom that captured the complicated love and struggles between a father and son in the most honest and heartfelt way. Over the years, many of the incredible talents who gave life to this unforgettable world have sadly passed away. Whether they were the beloved main characters or memorable guest stars, each actor brought something special, a spark of truth and humor that stayed with us long after the laughter faded. Harry H. Corbett, the remarkable English actor born on February 28, 1925, in Rangoon, Burma, whose life story is one of both hardship and brilliance, and who passed away far too soon from a heart attack on March 21, 1982, aged only 57. Harry's most iconic and enduring legacy is his unforgettable portrayal of Harold Steptoe, the rag-and-bone man trapped in a difficult, love-hate relationship with his stubborn, cantankerous father Albert, played by Wilfrid Brambell in the groundbreaking BBC sitcom Steptoe and Son, which ran intermittently from 1962 to 1974. This character of Harold was a complex mix of frustration, dreams of escape, and deep emotional pain, making him one of the first truly modern tragicomic figures on British television. The show captivated around 28 million viewers weekly at its peak, highlighting the grim but often humorous realities of working-class life during that era. Harry's early life was marked by tragedy and resilience. Born into a military family overseas, his mother died of dysentery when he was just 18 months old, and he was sent back to England to be raised by his aunt in Manchester's working-class neighborhoods. He left school early, served bravely in the Royal Marines during World War II, including dangerous hand-to-hand fighting in New Guinea, which left him with lasting injuries. After the war, he initially trained as a radiographer but soon found his true calling in acting, joining repertory theater and steadily building a serious career, known for his intense and thoughtful performances on stage and in early films. In 1962, the scriptwriters Galton and Simpson cast him as Harold Steptoe, recognizing his unique talent for blending comedy with deep pathos, a role he embraced and made his own despite the heavy typecasting that would haunt him for the rest of his life. Though Steptoe and Son brought him fame and an OBE, it also limited opportunities, as audiences and critics often saw him only as Harold, overshadowing his considerable Shakespearean work, including acclaimed performances as Richard II in Hamlet. The latter part of his career was also marred by challenges working alongside Brambell, whose alcoholism caused many difficulties during filming and touring, yet Harry showed great patience and professionalism. Despite serious health problems caused by decades of heavy smoking, including multiple heart attacks starting in 1979, Harry continued acting with determination, appearing in various television dramas, comedy films like Carry On Screaming and Jabberwocky, and other projects up until his sudden death in 1982. His personal life saw two marriages, first to actress Sheila Stiefel and later to Maureen Blott, with whom he had two children. His daughter Susanna, herself an actress and author, has worked tirelessly to defend and clarify her father's legacy, pushing back against misconceptions and unfair portrayals of his life and character, especially regarding rumors about his relationship with Brambell and his personal affairs. Harry's death was deeply mourned by colleagues and fans, with Brambell paying a heartfelt tribute to a man he respected greatly despite their different lives. Harry H. Corbett was laid to rest in East Sussex beneath a touching epitaph from Shakespeare's sonnet that speaks to the enduring spirit he left behind. Today, his portrayal of Harold Steptoe stands not just as a comedic icon, but as a powerful symbol of human complexity, the dreams, disappointments, humor, and pain of ordinary life, ensuring that Harry's extraordinary talent and profound impact on British culture will never be forgotten. Wilfrid Brambell, the talented Irish actor born on March 22, 1912 in Dublin, whose name became forever linked with the unforgettable character Albert Steptoe in the beloved BBC sitcom Steptoe and Son. Wilfrid passed away on January 18, 1985, at the age of 72, after a long battle with cancer, leaving behind a legacy of extraordinary acting and a life marked by both great success and personal struggle. Known widely as the grumpy, stubborn rag and bone man in Steptoe and Son, Brambell's portrayal of Albert captured the hearts of millions with its mix of humor, bitterness, and a touch of sadness. He was a man trapped by his circumstances and relationship with his son Harold, played by Harry H. Corbett, creating one of television's most iconic father-son dynamics. Despite playing an unkempt, cantankerous character, Wilfrid was a dapper, well-spoken gentleman in real life, with a strong theatrical background that included work at Dublin's Abbey Theatre and a career spanning film, television, and stage. His talent was so profound that he was able to convincingly play much older men decades younger than his age, which led to his casting in Steptoe and Son when he was just 49. Before his breakthrough role, Wilfrid had built a solid career with appearances in important BBC productions during the 1950s and even gained international recognition with his memorable role as Paul McCartney's grandfather in the Beatles' 1964 film A Hard Day's Night. Yet, behind the success, Wilfrid's personal life was filled with hardship. He endured a painful divorce after discovering his wife had been unfaithful and had borne another man's child, a betrayal that left him heartbroken and emotionally shattered. More private struggles followed, including the legal and social consequences of being arrested in 1962 for what was then a criminal offense related to his homosexuality, a fact he publicly denied, but that shadowed his life in a time when such matters were harshly judged. His close relationship with co-star Harry H. Corbett was often reported as difficult, especially during their 1977 Australian tour when Brambell's increasing alcohol problems caused tension, though they managed to reconcile and perform together again until Harry's death in 1982, which deeply devastated Wilfrid. Throughout his career, Brambell demonstrated a powerful ability to bring complex characters to life, mixing comedy with poignant realism, often drawing on his own experiences of repression, loss, and loneliness. His final years included acclaimed performances in smaller roles, notably in Terence Davis's Death and Transfiguration 1982, where his silent portrayal of a dying man facing his truth earned critical praise. Wilfrid Brambell's death in 1985 brought to an end a life that had entertained millions, but also reflected the cost of living with secrets and pain in an unforgiving world. His ashes were scattered quietly, attended only by a few close friends and family, a humble farewell for a man whose work remains a cornerstone of British television history. Today, Wilfrid Brambell is remembered not only for the dirty old man Albert Steptoe, but for a nuanced, gifted actor who captured the complexity of human frailty with honesty and heart, making us laugh even as we saw the sadness behind the laughter. Dame June Whitfield, an extraordinary English television actress whose life stretched from November 11, 1925 to December 29, 2018. June's career was a remarkable journey through 7 decades of British entertainment, where she became known for her perfect comic timing, warmth, and a hidden spark of mischief beneath her often calm and sensible characters. Born in Streatham, London, to parents who loved amateur dramatics, June began performing as a child and trained at the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art, laying the foundation for a lifelong dedication to the stage and screen. Her big break came in 1953 when she took over the role of Eth in the radio comedy Take It From Here, a part that made her a household name thanks to her breathy, anxious voice perfectly matched with Dick Bentley's Ron Glum. This early success opened doors to television, where she worked with giants like Tony Hancock, Frankie Howard, and Benny Hill, always bringing a unique mix of charm, professionalism, and understated wit. One of her memorable roles was in the iconic series Steptoe and Son, where her presence added depth and warmth to the show's dynamic. June's partnership with Terry Scott began in the late 1960s, blossoming into beloved sitcoms Happy Ever After and Terry and June, where she played the endlessly patient, kind-hearted wife navigating her husband's childish antics. Despite some critics dismissing these shows as cozy or old-fashioned, June and Terry's chemistry created moments of genuine comic madness that remain deeply cherished. Beyond television, she appeared in 4 Carry-On films, and her voice became familiar through radio as she played Agatha Christie's Miss Marple and starred in the news headlines. In the 1990s, June found renewed acclaim as the slightly senile but endearing mother in Absolutely Fabulous, brilliantly contrasting Jennifer Saunders' wild Adina Monsoon with warmth and subtle sharpness, proving her timeless appeal to new generations. Off-camera, June enjoyed a long and loving marriage to Timothy Aitchison and was mother to actress Susie Aitchison. In her final years, she moved into a care home, passing away peacefully at age 93. Her death left a profound sadness among colleagues and fans alike, with Jennifer Saunders honoring her extraordinary grace and Jane Horrocks calling her versatile, funny, and generous. June Whitfield was never the spotlight seeker, but a steadfast support to countless stars, often quietly outshining them with her wit and heart. Today, we celebrate her legacy as a comedy legend who shaped British entertainment with a blend of gentle humor, professionalism, and a deeply human warmth that will live on forever. Patricia Hayes, a remarkable English character actress who passed away on September 19, 1998, at the age of 88, leaving behind a legacy that spans over 6 decades of memorable performances across stage, radio, film, and television, including her notable role in the classic British series Steptoe and Son. Born in London in 1909 to Irish parents, Patricia was encouraged by her mother's love for the theater and showed talent from a very young age, attending the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art, where she won the prestigious Bancroft Gold Medal in 1928. Despite her early promise, Patricia faced difficult times with unemployment, but she persevered, working extensively in repertory theater for 10 years and touring the country with theater companies before breaking into radio and television. She became known for her extraordinary versatility, often portraying Cockney characters and serving as a comic foil in many popular BBC comedy sketch shows and sitcoms, including appearances in Hancock's Half Hour, The Benny Hill Show, and Till Death Us Do Part. Her radio work was just as celebrated, especially her role as Henry Bones in the children's series Norman and Henry Bones, The Boy Detectives, where her skill in voicing male characters delighted audiences for more than 2 decades. Patricia's most powerful and acclaimed role came in 1971 when she starred as Edna in the BBC's Play for Today episode Edna, the Inebriate Woman. This heartbreaking portrayal of a homeless alcoholic won her the British Academy Television Award for Best Actress and highlighted social issues with great compassion, earning her lasting respect and admiration. She also showed great strength in stage performances, with notable roles including Rosalina in Philomena at the National Theatre, for which she was nominated for a Laurence Olivier Award. Her film career, though less frequent, included memorable parts in A Fish Called Wanda and Willow, demonstrating her ability to bring life and humor to supporting roles. Off-camera, Patricia was a devoted mother to 3 children, including the actor Richard O'Callaghan, and remained deeply committed to her faith, leading the British Catholic Stage Guild. In recognition of her outstanding contribution to drama, she was awarded the OBE in 1987. Patricia Hayes passed away quietly in Surrey, leaving behind a rich body of work that touched the lives of many. Her funeral reflected the respect and love she earned throughout her career, attended by family and friends who remembered her not only for her immense talent, but also for her warmth, kindness, and the generosity she showed throughout her life. Patricia Hayes remains a shining example of a character actress who, through dedication and passion, brought humor, depth, and humanity to every role she played, securing her place as one of Britain's most beloved performers.